My mother always used to tell me these stories about how when she was pregnant with me, she used to feel these bursts of irrational rage towards everyone around her. And she always used to blame me. Now, I'm not trying to drop my mum in it, because it turns out that an increase in female aggression after mating is actually really common. You find it in mammals, fish. I've found that even in fruit flies, mated females will fight for twice as long as virgin females over food. Now, the most logical explanation for this is once you've mated, you start producing offspring, so you're going to need to eat a lot more. And to get that food, you need to get aggressive. But what if it's not just increased energy demands after producing offspring that's responsible for this increase in aggression? If you take female fruit flies that can't actually produce any eggs, they're completely sterile, you find exactly the same result, that mated females will still fight for twice as long as virgin females over food, even though they have the same energy demands. So there's something else going on in mating that is responsible for this increase. Now, we all know that a lot more happens during mating other than just fertilization, or it should anyway. And males transfer a lot of things other than sperm in the seminal fluid. So there are a whole lot of things called proteins. In mammals, there's one particular one called ovulation-inducing factor, which induces ovulation, which increases the male's chance of fertilizing that female's egg. In fruit flies, there's a really nasty little protein called sex peptide, which when the male transfers it to the female, reduces her receptivity to remating, meaning that he's going to face less competition. It increases her immediate levels of egg production, meaning she's going to have more of his kids, and it actually reduces her lifespan, because once she's had his kids, he doesn't care anymore. And so I took sex peptide and had a look at female aggression. And it turns out if you take females that get sex peptide from their mates, they fight for longer than females that don't get it from their mates. And both of them fight for longer than virgin females. So something that the male is transferring in his ejaculate is responsible, at least partially, for an increase in female aggression, which is pretty bloody creepy. But what does he get out of it? Basically, he wants the female to invest as much as possible in his offspring, whereas that might not be the best thing for her. She might want to save it for later broods, which may come from better males. So maybe my mum has been blaming the wrong person this entire time. Thank you.